Hello everybody, this is Yvonne for Yvonne's Love Stream Walks, and I just saw the first comment come in from Susan in Bedfordshire. Good to see you. I was wondering whether the comments were going to be visible. Sometimes they're not. Anyway, there's 3 people on at the moment. I don't know who the other 2 are, but hello to you. And yeah, it's quite a chilly afternoon here, just after 3 o'clock in the UK, and haven't seen any sunshine today, but at least it's dry, so yes. Oh, Rebecca Lynn, hello. Sunny and cold where you are over there in Nova Scotia. And who's that I just saw? Did I just see? Oh, Diane, hello. Umgard, hi. Lida. I thought I saw Willie, but I'm not sure. Maybe I misread that. Anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we are in Forest. This is the Sanquhar Loch, or the Sanquhar Pond. You can see all the lovely leaves. One of the great things about the autumnal season. And then down here we have the pond, and I was counting ducks before. Gosh, there's a lot of ducks on this pond, and there's a lot of seagulls, and we'll go and see the swans in a minute. Oh, Zana, hello. Good to see you too. This beautiful spot in the local town of Forest. For those of you who have not been to Findhorn, Forest is about 5 miles inland, so it often has more snow than the coast. I was down at the park earlier. I had a little sit in the sanctuary, and cold but no snow there. You'll see as we walk around the pond, there's a little bits here and there in here, but isn't it a beautiful scene? I came up on the high road. You take the high road and I'll take the low road. Here I am on the high road looking down at the loch, and all the ducks there cruising along, and the trees, the beautiful winter trees. Look at these branches, look at them, gorgeous. Yeah, the ducks are saying hello to you as well. Anyway, today this jumped out at me today, the quality of humour. Always a good one to have up our sleeves, I think, when we start taking ourselves or anything much too seriously. Lovely moss on this branch here. Oh wow, it's a little bit of a flurry just went on down here. What a shame we missed it. All the ducks came zipping in on the wing. There's quite a flurry of them, and they all seem to sort of swim in different directions, and then suddenly they'll all swim in the same direction. Anyway, time to say hello to them. Yeah, so let's just see if anybody else has said hello. Diane sent me some photos of Quebec, which at the moment is an absolute winter wonderland, under snow completely. I don't know whether, Rebecca Lynn, you have so much snow in Margaree Harbour, Nova Scotia, but yeah, we don't have anything like that here. But it's been pretty chilly, and it did snow on Monday, but it just didn't lie. Ah, that must be Bonnie. I just saw Milwaukee there. Hello. Hello, Bonnie. Yeah, hello, ducks from Bonnie. Yeah, so we had snow here on Monday, and over on the other side of the pond, when we go over there, is very thin ice. I threw a stone, and yeah, it's very thin ice. Nobody will be skating as yet. So let's have a little wander. And yeah, the light is still good at 3 o'clock. I think next week we will also do 3 o'clock. I think that might be the last possible week at 3, but let's see. Look at all the ducks here. They've all come onto the land. Now, why is that? They're all taking off. This is the airport. So strange, they all went out of the water onto the land, and then all had a little fly back onto the water. It is rather lovely watching ducks at play. You got your winter tyres on now, Rebecca Lynn. I'll bet Diane has as well. Well, my car went into the garage on Wednesday to have something done with the coolant and the radiator. And I said, well, you just better check my tyres since it started snowing. And I went back and they said, Yvonne, you have 3 bald tyres. So yesterday I got 3 new tyres. So the bill for the car, well, it is what it is, isn't it? How can I live without my car, I say. Yeah. Anyway, Irmgard, how are you over there in the north of Germany? Have you got any snow? And anybody listening in the southern hemisphere, you can all have little smiles on your face if you complain about the heat. And Phoenix, Phoenix, I hope you're feeling better. Phoenix had some surgery. She'd been down in Melbourne. And anyway, at least it'll be nice and warm. Although in November, the weather is a little erratic in Australia. It sort of goes up and down a bit, and then it sort of settles into nice hot heat. But yeah, this is a lovely spot. Hello, Joan. Good to see you. Lots of nice bird noises today. And look, here's this sign saying thin ice, but actually the thin ice is over on the other side. Here's a little seagull just standing there as a sort of sentinel. But if you just come on, we're walking with the angel of humour. Nothing like being sort of ridiculous and crazy and silly every now and again, and knowing this too will pass. And if you looked at my Facebook page before the walk today, you'll see that the poet I was trying to remember when, right at the end of last week's walk down by the bay and the beach and those fantastic clouds, I was trying to think of Gerard Manley Hopkins, of course, and his wonderful poem called God's Grandeur, where he says the world is charged with the grandeur of God. It will flame out like shining from shook foil. Just amazing. I've always loved those lines. Now here you can see bits of ice left here as we head round to the other side of the pond. Of course, the very big pond is the pond between the UK and the US. They always say, I'm going across the pond. Look. So it's not, the trees haven't lost all their leaves yet. Still that little bit of autumn hanging on till the end of November. And also on my Facebook page, I wrote the last bit of that poem. Look, here we have. I haven't seen Peggy today, or Kendall. There you are, Kendall. Yes, oh, to be able to fly and float. Yes. Oh, you're in Denmark, Irmgard. Okay, and Jill, hello. Look, lots of the birds. And you can see the ones out there, they're standing on the ice. But the rest of this, here comes the swans to greet you. And I was saying today about uplifting, having strategies to uplift ourselves when we're feeling a bit down, whether it's due to the weather or life circumstances or whatever. I love the poem by Hopkins where he says, and for all of this, he talks about the sort of industrial parts of of England, and he sort of says, you know, it's sort of dirty and dark, and then he says, and for all this, nature is never spent. Nature is never spent. There lives the dearest freshness deep down things. The dearest freshness deep down things. And though the last lights off the black west went, oh, morning at the brown brink eastward springs, because the Holy Ghost over the bent world broods with warm breast and with bright wings. Love that. The Holy Ghost over the bent world broods with warm breast and with bright wings. So beautiful, this image of light, bright wings, after he talks about the sort of darkness of industrialization. Oh, here we are. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. You're beautiful, but don't bite me. Does he think I've got some food? Oh, look at that. What a beautiful beak. What a beautiful neck. What grace. You are part of the dearest freshness deep down things of nature, oh lovely swan. And you have beautiful bright wings also. Aren't we lucky? Look at that. Oh. I think that swan just decided to show us his or her bright wings. Fantastic. And there's nothing like when swans fly. I do love that. I hope you're enjoying this little entertainment. Swan Lake. This is why people who used to stay at Cluny would call this Swan Lake. Just looking at a few comments here. Tom, I'm glad you came on. I hope you just saw that last minute or so with the swan giving us some beautiful entertainment, spreading its wings. Where are you today, Tom? You are home now. Glad you're safely back. A little chillier there in California. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Hugs from Oregon. Lovely. Yes, we always know that. And Tricia, hi. Lots of bird life here down at Sanquhar Pond this afternoon. Really gorgeous. And a little rendition of Jared Manley Hopkins. God's grandeur. And of course, we celebrated the community, the Eco Village's birthday on Sunday and Monday, and had 2 enormous cakes made by Daisy, plus others made by others. And yeah, it was very nice. I went to Teze in the morning, and look at that, beautiful. And then they played the game of transformation. Now, as I said last week, I didn't play it because I wish you could have seen me doing games and dance with 19, 14-year-old. Oh, look at that. Quite very lively Italians. 14 years old and 19 of them. They did a very good Shetland reel. Well, we call it the Shetland clap dance. But anyway, it was lots of fun. Reminded me of my teaching days. Yeah, all the birds have come to see you today. Fellowship of Lovelies. Yeah, so the birthday went by well. And next week, we're having a sort of community gathering, and there's lots of different activities on. And yeah, lots of ways of people getting together to interact and just build community. You know, it doesn't just happen by magic, you know, building community. Sort of have to work at it a bit. And until we get a new community centre where we can all cook and eat together, it's challenging. So this is always a beautiful. It's lovely, isn't it? And yeah, as I said last week, lots of things happening. If you're, thinking of travelling over to here from wherever you are now, Barbara Svatina has a program starting on the 29th of December. Stepping over the threshold into 2026. And there's a game of transformation, the original game that doesn't just have 4 levels, it has 7 levels. And I think there's 2 places left on that. That also starts on the 29th of December. Anyway, I'm just coming around here to get to the other side of the pond where maybe the thin ice will be obvious. Maybe not. But gorgeous, lots of leaves. And just a reminder, the next Zoom is the 10th of December, and the winter gathering, you can watch it live streamed on the 12th of December. And I forgot to say look what we've got here. Hello, hello. The intention for the community game was individually and collectively, we intend to deepen our connections with the heart and soul of this centre, upcycling the old and building the new together. Oh, come on, swans. Give us a smile. They're too busy going for their food. Now see this little standing on some ice there. Or something. Oh yeah, look, you can just see that it's icy here. Oh yeah, there's a little bird walking on the ice. Not quite skating. And it's just lovely along here. Look at this. Look at that. We can probably walk about 4 abreast here. Have a little chatter. Yeah, Gerald Manley Hopkins, Jill. He lived, these people die so young. I mean, Keats died at 25. I think Shelley died at 29. Gerald Manley Hopkins died at 45. He was born 1844, died 1889. But yeah, people, they must have just been prolific in their younger days. Here am I, 70, I haven't got going yet. I better get on with the book. I don't think I'll ever write poetry, though. It's not what comes naturally, I guess. Prose more. Look at these lovely colours. I wonder what you all do. I mean, some of you I know paint. Some of you are musicians. Maybe some of you write poetry. Or maybe prose. Maybe some of you are dancers. That's a very nice shot. Isn't it a lovely walk that we're on this afternoon? But the birds have gone very quiet. They've just sort of disappeared. Look at these two here. Hello. You can just see the clouds reflected. And Eileen today talks a lot about faith. She talks about, can you really live by faith? You need to test it, you need to use it. She said, faith isn't like a bank account where you've got the security and you can just get the money whenever you like. She said faith is about jumping off the deep end. And having faith all will be well. today she says we should all learn to uplift people and situations. Yeah, I think that's a good quality to have, to be able to bring upliftment when there is sorrow or despair. Nice reflections as well. Oh, there they go. I hope you're enjoying it, all these birds in flight. Like you said, Kendall, it's sort of, we also can soar, S-O-A-R. We also can soar, but in a very different way. Music, art, dance can help our spirits to soar. Beautiful scenery, a loved one, this can help our hearts soar. I'm just over there is the last, you can see where the sun would be if it was out. That's a very nice shot, isn't it? And Rosie couldn't come with me today, and I just said, well, I hope it doesn't rain because I'm off to the dentist after this. Very lovely, this, all the greenery up here as well. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, so let's look on the bright side. She said that's a sure way of attracting more brightness is to be bright ourselves, expect brightness. Gosh, there are birds flying everywhere. And she also talks about the free flow of universal love. Now remember last week's homework. The primary lesson to learn in life is to love. This week she talks about, the free flow of universal love. And not choosing who or what we love. Just being love and just letting it flow forth. Way beyond the personality, way beyond picking and choosing what we love and who we love. Yeah. They're good things to remind ourselves of, I think. Not just sort of cruise through life half asleep, but to really be conscious of these things and to know how much our consciousness does shape things. I think that's a great thing. I think they should really teach that at school. That we can bring into being things through our consciousness. You know, if we feel the reality, if we can feel our way into the reality of something, it will come about. I have no doubt about that. Yes, we've got ducks accompanying us all the way. Eileen also talks about something that is very relevant today as well, about, how do we know what's actually true? There's fake news, there's artificial intelligence making things up, there's, you can change emails, you can change even photos of people, you can put people where they weren't, you can splice things and put things together and make it sound different from what it was. And Eileen says, she talks about whisperings and rumours, and she says that we know what the truth is. If we will just be still, we will know what's true. And she said, and the truth will set you free. It's a very famous line. The truth will set you free. But we're going into this lovely, messy wetland I quite like. And this wonderful part where you can look down into the water, which is the real tree, the one down there in the water, the one up here. I like the one in the water, sort of very inviting. Oh, good morning, Jeanette. Just saw you there. Look at these reflections. Aren't they fantastic? Yeah, the swans are beautiful. Yeah, look at these reflections, fantastic. Isn't this wetland area so gorgeous? It's sort of dark and mysterious. And the reflections are, yeah, they're just mysterious also. That like there's another world down there under the water. Marilyn, hello. Yeah, the birds are fabulous. And Emma, hi. And Jane, good to see you. If you've just come on, we're walking with the quality of humour today. And do go back and see the beginning, because there's some fantastic moments with the swan. And also just with huge flocks of birds flying and ducks flying. And now we're in this very lovely, sort of slightly spooky as the light wanes, because sunset now is, I think, 3:38, something like that. Sunrise is now about 8:15 in the morning. And yeah, look, it's so all tangled. And oh, look, we've got another lot of ducks down here. Or is it the same lot? And then we've got this beautiful area of very tall trees here. Going up and up and up forever. I love our chats too, Trisha. And Jeanette, oh, I'm glad that you see it. Oh, Jane, you're a weaver. Now that's a beautiful thing to be. A lady has just opened a weaving shop in Forest, and it's very beautiful. She came to it quite late in life, but she's very talented. And I don't know whether you've been to Findhorn, Jane, but come to Forest and meet another. Well, I mean, there's lots of weavers in the world. And, of course, the Donavord weavers came to Findhorn and gave us the first sunrise panel, which now sits in the sanctuary. But look, isn't this a gorgeous area? And this walk's beautiful. Hardly anybody here this afternoon. A few dog walkers, a couple of people doing some jogging. Otherwise, we have it to ourselves. Fellowship of Lovelies. Cindy, you write short stories. Joan, you're a writer. Oh, so interesting. Gosh, I'd love us all to meet up and have a good chinwag one day. Your own inept will. Yeah, Kendall. They do say we don't really know our own best interests. We don't always choose with our own best interests at heart. We often choose from default patterns, trauma patterns, etc. We don't necessarily know our own best interest. I think there's one of the Course in Miracle cards that says that. One of my favourites. We don't know our own best interest. The other good one is we're never upset for the reasons we think we are. That's a brilliant one. Oh my God, we could talk long about that. You're never upset for the reasons you think you are. Fantastic. It's a fantastic process. As I talked last week about, at night thinking through the day and where you could have done something better, where you behaved well, what you learned, and working out why did something such and such upset me. What was that really about? These are all really important things. Look at the colour of these leaves. Look. brilliant, brilliant, brilliant colours. Looking up, very rich. And look in here, we've got the snow still just highlighting the boughs of that tree in there. I hope Ellen, if you see the recording of this, I hope you're well. I'm just heading down here, not for much longer. Actually, it's become more mild than it was, and my hands are not freezing as I thought they might be. Oh, Jeanette's watching a coral sunrise. Ah. I haven't realised I haven't seen all the comments. Yes, feel our way into peace and love, exactly. Oh, Tom, that was good. Quack, quack, quack. Yeah, I mean, the weaving studio at Findhorn is also still going with that amazing loom, that 250-year-old loom. We did do a live stream from there. Oh, God, that was a long time ago. It was probably in 2020. Can you believe we're almost going into 2026? Oh, what happened to the time? I really don't know what happened this year to this year. Anyway, here we go, just deeper and deeper into the forest. And there's a little stream here, no ducks on it, this far down. Yeah, so if you're watching the recording, you can still write a comment to me, because I do go in and look at the comments a few days later, just to check people who've watched the recording. Look, here we do have some icy snow still lying. There's a couple of ducks over here. Oh, look. Are these the same lot, do you think? Do you think they're following us? I know, nearly 6 years of walking together. It's mind-boggling. Who would have ever thought? From all over the place. And look here, we just look up at the trees. And Clooney's just over the hill. But we might leave it here for now, actually. Just leave you looking at these very calm ducks. They're in a meditation. Really sweet. Anyway, beautiful copper carpeted walk today, Lida. Very beautiful. So, yeah, we have been, we have been immersing ourselves in the dearest freshness, deep down things, as Jared Manley Hopkins said. And I love that he talks about, even as the sun sets, it rises again in the east with bright wings. Beautiful. Yeah, it was a very lovely walk today, and I think the birds cooperated very well with us all. And I'm glad it brings you as much joy as it brings me. So I will see you next Friday. We will still do it at 3 o'clock. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. All right, lots of love to you from Sanquhar Pond. Mwah! Bye.